Hi, I'm John McCullough, Chief Marketing Officer of VFM Leonardo, and welcome to the BTV channel. BTV is a weekly series of interviews with industry experts on the latest topics in travel e-business, and specifically online merchandising practices that help hoteliers extract more value out of their online presence. As always, we encourage you to email us at btv@vfmleonardo.com to suggest topics that you would like us to cover in future episodes. Today, I'm joined by Michelle Woodley, the Senior Vice President of Global Marketing Strategy at Preferred Hotel Group. Preferred Hotel Group is a global leader in the hospitality industry. Their 5 renowned brands represent a collection of the finest hotels and resorts in the world. Michelle, thank you for joining us on BTV and welcome.
Thank you, John.
Our topic today that we're going to discuss is really focused around e-business strategies and tactics that hoteliers can use to extract more value out of their presence online. And Michelle, we both have seen and read a fair amount of marketplace research and examples that show us online travel shoppers really value rich visual content that informs and supports their buying decision. In fact, travel shoppers gravitate to hotels that most effectively present themselves online. Recognizing these trends, hotel marketers are interested in how they can better visually merchandise their properties and convey the unique value they offer their prospective guests. Can you help us better understand what Preferred Hotel Group is doing to harness the increasing domination of the internet in travel shopping and the growing demands of online travel shoppers?
Sure. Indeed, I think we've all seen in the travel business that the shopper continues to evolve. Their behaviors have changed over the last few years from visiting 1 or 2 sites and then maybe calling us to make a booking to now visiting 4 or 5 sites and then eventually ending up with us either online or via phone or even with a travel agent to make their booking. And what we've seen is having really rich content is what really helps hotels out. At Preferred Hotel Group, what we do is all of our communications, whether they are promotional or informational in nature, have a drive to web. We want the guest to arrive at our website, and whether it's information about a hotel or information about one of our brands or even information about a program that we might be running, the content has got to be there. So content is key. We live in a world where when I want it, what I want has got to be there. And so online world is what actually helps us to achieve that. At Preferred, we continue to invest in our online strategies, including our brand websites, both on the functionality side in terms of delivering what the guest wants there, but also in terms of content. We've just engaged in something we called Project Web Content, where we actually reached out to all of our hotels around the world, asking them to enrich the content that we had about them on our website. It's not enough today just to say you have a spa or to say that the spa is 10,000 square feet. There needs to be a lot more descriptive information about what that spa is and what it means to the traveler. We also have found that pictures, of course, say 1,000 words, and having video is even better because the guest really will understand what the true experience is. So on our brand websites, we're encouraging our hotels to load as much information as they have available. But we're not stopping there. We're also encouraging them to do the same thing on their own websites and through the third-party websites because, again, that shopper is looking in a multitude of places. There's no benefit to a hotel to just keep that information to themselves on their own website because if the guest never finds the hotel's website, there's lots of other places that they are finding him, and we need that content to be consistent and to be rich everywhere.
That's great. It certainly sounds like you're doing an awful lot of things at Preferred Hotel Group to help enhance the presentation of your hotels online. If I were one of your member hotels, are there any other areas that you would have me focus on specifically in order to enhance the activities that you guys are doing?
Yeah, I think this is where sharing the content comes into play, and the rich content is what we really need to focus on today. So I think everyone's pretty good relative to the images that they have available and that they are sharing throughout the online network. It's 360-degree tours, it's virtual tours, it's flash presentations, it's any information in a visual format that can help to encourage the guest to want to choose you over another. In today's world, again, it's all about the guest experience and not only looking and seeing what you have, but how it's going to make their trip better. When we take our hotels and resorts, we may be looking at a resort that it's a beautiful tented camp with an outdoor shower that you really want to share the experience with the guest. It might be the enormous spa and pool that's available during the guest stay. It could be movies on the beach at night for a family stay. But it's not always about a glamorous stay either. It might be for the business traveler that the hotel is situated directly across from the transportation that's needed to get to the business district of a specific city. It might be that the guest room really is equipped for today's business traveler. So showing what's in the room relative to plugs and outlets and accessing the internet. Or for the meetings market is really showing the state-of-the-art technology. It's one thing to say that a hotel has it, but to actually be able to show it to a guest or a meeting planner or whoever's making the travel arrangements is very important. And that visual element just can't be overlooked.
Certainly, the membership at Preferred is comprised of many unique and landmark hotels. What is it that travel shoppers look at these type of hotels for when they're shopping online?
Yeah, again, I really think they're looking not only for the beautiful physical elements, but the experiential elements, so that they know how this hotel is going to make their stay better. Again, whether for leisure. So if I'm investing in a leisure trip, what at this hotel is going to make my experience that much better? And not just the physical part of it, but the experiential part of it. And how do I make that connection to the customer? And for the business traveler, same thing. How is staying at that hotel actually going to make my business trip that much better? It's really important for guests to understand that it's not just about a boring hotel rooms. Hotel rooms don't have to be boring. You don't have to wake up in a city and wonder what city am I in because everything around me looks the same. And so what we try to do through our hotels, which are uniquely situated because of their independence and ability to do so many incredible things on property, is they need to talk about it. And again, they need to talk about it to the customer whenever they have the opportunity to do so.
Certainly, the opportunity at Preferred is that you do have many unique hotels that don't fit into a branded cookie cutter environment. Does that mean that the role of the e-business person that's responsible for the marketing of a hotel online that's part of the Preferred group, would the role and function or the focus that they have on their e-business activities be something that's different than an e-business person that would be at a large, globally branded hotel?
You know, whether an e-business or e-marketing person is at a hard branded hotel or at one of our hotels, their job is to raise awareness, to drive traffic to that hotel's website, to increase bookings, which comes through conversion. So I don't think that their role has changed very much. And I think that we all have available to us the same tools for driving traffic. So whether it's paid search, whether it's SEO, whether it's purchasing advertising, we all have the same opportunity to do that. It's in the conversion process that we believe our hotels actually have a competitive advantage. Because the experiences that our guests have to take advantage of at our hotels, we are in a good position to help convert the guest and convert the booking by presenting to them visually and in writing what the opportunity is for the guest while they're staying with us. That goes back to, as we were talking about earlier, sharing with them all the experiences, whether it's a leisure traveler or a business traveler or meeting planner or meeting attendee, is letting them know what's available to them and actually showing it to them. So I think the e-marketer role is similar, again, whether at a branded hotel or an independent hotel. And we believe we have a competitive advantage that we encourage our hotels to take advantage of and really just telling their story.
Wonderful insights and learnings for e-business people at Preferred Hotel Group member properties. If I was in that situation, Michelle, would there be any counsel or advice that you would provide to me that would help me tactically plan out what I should be really doing over the next, say, 6 months or so? Do you have any recommendations on what type of conversion tactics I should focus on?
Yes, I think that hotels really need to take a hard look at themselves. And I think the best way to do that is to consider at the hotel, what would you tell a friend or relative about your hotel? How would you describe it? What experiences would you want to make sure that they took advantage of? And really get those all straightened out and documented. And then take a really hard look at yourself. Go online, look at your own website, look at our brand website and how you're presented there, look at the third-party online travel agencies, look at referral sites, take a look at social media, what are people saying about you, and be very objective about it and say, boy, how do those things really match up with what I just wrote down about what I would tell my friend or relative? And then go ahead and make all the proper adjustments. And in making the adjustments, don't forget about the visual element of it. Again, you can say anything you want, but really showing and demonstrating to the guest that you do have what you say you have is extremely important. And then that process has to be gone over a few times because, again, if a hotel has multiple segments, which most do, we've got to address the needs of the business traveler, the leisure traveler, might be a leisure couple, could be a leisure family, and then, of course, the meetings market. So you've got to go through the process a few times. It's not just one time. And really taking a look at how you look today, I think, is the most important thing, and being able to be critical about yourself and knowing that you have a lot more to say.
Great insights, Michelle. Certainly, knowing yourself as a business is an excellent step in being able to articulate the story that means something to people, and not only looking at it through the lens of yourself or your own hotel, but also looking at it through the lens of the consumer is a great way to get there. We certainly thank you for sharing your insights with us and speaking with us on VTB, and look forward to speaking with you later.
Great. Thanks, John.
To all the viewers out there, be sure to post your comments on this episode of VTB and subscribe to our feed to receive more valuable insights from industry experts.